All right. Story number 4. For those who are wondering, the 24/7 championship is no longer a part of the titles that currently listed on active WWE official website. The official stats for the title show that it lasted from 2019 to 2022. WWE teased that they were done with the title during this past Monday's episode of Raw. The title changed hands during the show after Nikki Cross defeated Dana Brooke. Question: how long can WWE operate a 3-hour Monday Night Raw with only 2 singles titles on the show? This is rough for me to see another title be retired, another decision be made, more cleaning up of the Vince McMahon era. I think it's rough for me because a lot of these decisions that Triple H are making at this point, I hope he has a plan in place to replace even bad ideas have a place as long as they're serving a purpose. And I feel like he's removing a lot of things that I don't know what is the plan moving forward. There's a lot of wrestlers on Monday Night Raw, a lot of male wrestlers. And to not have 2 legitimate titles on that show feels like 3 hours is a long time to fill when you can only feature a women's title, a men's title, and a women's tag team title. Triple H's WWE is starting to feel a little more messy. He came out of the gate swinging. He hit a couple home runs, but it is starting to feel like when you look at the logistics of it, did he fire off all the big shots at the beginning and now he's having to clean up his mess of just coming out of the gates hot? Time will tell, right? We will see. Does he have a plan? Will he they need to add another mid-card men's belt. You have to. And even if it's equivalent to the United States Championship, like I think the European Championship is a fine option. But I think that they're going to have to add something. That 3-hour show cannot function. I think at this point I would add a men's and a women's mid-card title to give that 3 hours more meaning. I mean, the women's tag team titles are technically on Raw, but they kind of travel back and forth. And I don't know that they garner the attention until they do a good job of building it back up. Right now, with just Damage Control kind of controlling that title, I think it's going to take Sasha and Naomi and a couple people coming back to make that title feel credible and relevant. I'm okay with the U.S. title being the main title on Monday Night Raw. I did see some people who kind of push back against that, but I have no problem with that. I think that you can quickly change people's minds by elevating that title and leaving it on Seth Rollins. I think I said this like 3 months ago that they needed to make the United States title feel like a world title, put it around the waist of high-level superstars like Bobby Lashley, like Seth Rollins. Everything I kind of said did come to be. Not claiming that was genius. I think that it was obvious that's where they were going. But so I have no problem there. What I do have a problem is there is no title right now for younger talent. There is no up and coming Raw title that people can kind of get strapped on them to get some eyeballs on them and to elevate them to another level. Last thing on the 24/7 title here is that R-Truth should have been the last one to have this title. Like, it really wouldn't have hurt to wait until he came back, especially if it looks like coming out of this injury, he may never be who he actually was again. R-Truth should have been the last 24/7 champion. They could have worked an angle that did that. I did pull this off of a wiki, and I thought this was interesting. I wanted to read this. It's a little wordy, but we'll get through it. I thought all this information was interesting, just kind of running down the lifetime of the 24/7 championship. And it says, over the championship's 3-year history, there were officially 195 recognized reigns between 57 different people. There were 9 reigns that were not recognized on the official title history on WWE.com. R-Truth had the most reigns at 54, and the longest combined total of days as champion at 425. He had a 53-day reign and a 415-day reign. Reggie had one of the longest singular reigns at 112 days for his first reign. Only 14 other people had a reign that lasted longer than a day. Angel Garza, Akira Tozawa, Bad Bunny, Carmella, Dana Brooke, Drake Maverick, Drew Gulak, Elias, Maria Kanellis, Moho Rawley, Riddick Moss, Rob Gronkowski, Shelton Benjamin, and both of the Singh brothers, Samir and Sunil. Tucker's first reign was the shortest reign, which lasted approximately 4 seconds. WWE Hall of Famer Pat Patterson was the oldest champion, winning the title at 78 years old, which makes him the oldest title holder in WWE history. Bad Bunny was the youngest, winning the title at 26 years old. Former WWE wrestler Kelly Kelly was the first of 11 women to have won the title. Hall of Famer, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and R-Truth were the only title holders to win the championship without a pinfall or submission. If you remember, DiBiase purchased it from fellow Hall of Famer Alundra Blaze, who was about to drop the belt in a trash can. And R-Truth's 50th reign began after he convinced Bad Bunny to trade for the title for some Stone Cold Steve Austin memorabilia. The Revival, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, were the only tag team to ever hold the belt and be recognized as co-champions. And our final champion was Nikki Cross. Also, non-wrestlers have held the belt, including Fox sportscaster Rob Stone, NBA player Enes Kanter, music producer Marshmello, WWE senior account manager Michael Glacio, NASCAR Cup Series driver Kyle Busch, Raw announcer Mike Rome, Rob Gronkowski, radio personality and WWE pay-per-view pre-show panelist Peter Rosenberg, former NFL player Doug Flutie, Puerto Rican reggaeton rapper and trap singer Bad Bunny, the Gobbledygooker, WWE commentator Corey Graves and Byron Saxton, and referees Daphne LaShawn, Sean Bennett, and Eddie Oringo. RIP to the oddest title that I have ever seen in WWE history.